Okay, y'all ready for another video? Hey, I'm trying to keep up even through the holidays. So we are in Small Victories, and we are going to flip right back here to this page. Now, I am using the Grisaille pencils, but you can do this technique with any pencil that you would like. All right, I am setting a timer real quick. There, we're started. Okay, so I'm using, let's start with this one down here. Let's just blow that up. Something I do when I'm thinking about doing a page like this is my chance to experiment with different colors. All right. The first one I started on was right here, and that's when I was like, whoops, nope, this is going to be a video. So instead of making a stripe going solidly all the way across, I made it run kind of this way. And then you'll see I've got two other colors, top and bottom. So not on any of the others am I going to run this way. When I get over here, I'm running this way. All right? And only two colors. This one, I did solid one, and then I'm going to come in with two other colors. You'll see. And then this one, I'm going straight across with two colors here and two here. So let's start down there. And again, these are the Grisaille pencils. And I am starting with this yellow, number 23. So really, any soft yellow. All right. And then I went to honey, which is 21. And what I did next, and I did not bring this straight across. I like to put a little bit of interest in my pictures. So if I go, and that's the stem from that, so I can go all the way in there. If I go just straight across, I have lost the interest of my eye wandering around. So if you'll go in different directions or hit your corners or whatever, it's going to lead your eye more around the page. And it just makes it more interesting. Okay? So that was my thought here. So let me go on over here and finish this side. And up here you can see I did all of this and then came back in. And then anywhere where it needs more blending, I can come in and still do that. Okay, so let's do this. You will find these pencils are very creamy. They are an oil base. Now, all pencils have wax in them. It's the nature of the beast. But when somebody says their pencils have oil, or they're an oil-based pencil, it means it's got oil in it also, which is just a huge thing, because that's where you're going to be able to glide with your pencils. I'm being real careful down there. Okay, so you're able to glide, and the creaminess just makes it so much easier to blend your colors. So that's why people rave so much about an oil-based pencil. From what I understand, they all have wax, but your oil-based ones have less wax, and they've got that oil added in that makes them so creamy. Okay? So take your time, go around everything. And yes, I am stretching, and so that's why sometimes I really slow down at certain spots. But yeah, this is your time to play with colors. do your backgrounds, get them done, and then you can just play all you want. Now, my eyes have gotten better since I had COVID. I know, crazy. So I actually can see better without my glasses for distance, but for up close, I have to be wearing my trifocals very specific way to be able to see, unless I'm up close. And right now I'm reaching across it's a 3-foot table, and I'm about halfway reaching across. Hopefully I'm still in. Yeah, I'm still in. Good. Okay, so once that gets in, if you're not blended well, just come back in with your first color and do that blending. Just get that blended. You can tell these really blend well, so I don't have much to do. My next color is Raw Umber, number 18. Now this is where I did this area. I just wanted to change it up. So I'm coming in here ever so lightly. We've talked about like you're brushing a baby's face with the back of your hand, just barely smoothing over. That's how you're doing with this color, because this color can get dark quick, and you're not wanting dark, you're wanting just enough. Now here I'll put more pressure. Wanting just enough that you get it colored. Now, to bring more interest around, because I don't want just up and down, I want to go around and look at this. So I'm going to add some more on this corner. Okay? It just makes the piece more interesting. Again, if you have a hard time getting that to blend, come back with the color that you previously used, or with your first color, and do some blending. The reason I do that is because I'm adding more color to the page instead of just scooting the color around with a blender. Adding more color to the page. Okay? All right. So I would call that section complete. Let's move on. Now, on this one, I did not go with a green because I didn't want it to be fighting with the leaves. So I actually used Jade, number 37, and I went all over. Okay, just all over. I did one quick run through. Now I'm doing a second one. And you can see the paper is still accepting lots of color. I'm doing light layers. Fern, you should like that. I know you're the light layer queen. No, lots of people love to do light layers. I'm heavy-handed, so mine doesn't usually end up looking like light layers. Mine usually looks a little more heavy-handed. But again, these pencils are just wonderful. Okay. And I will still tinker and play around with this because I need to smooth all that out, but I do want to move on. Well, it's Sunday right now, so this will be, you'll get to view this, I believe, on Wednesday. I did not work a whole lot ahead. Yesterday, well, just a minute, we're going to move on to turquoise number 35. Okay, and again, these are the Grisaille pencils. So yesterday we went to the in-laws. Our daughter went with us. She's like 35, and she is single. And there's saying that just to let you know that was not family to go with her. She's fabulous, and I've got no problem with that. So anyway, no push there one way or the other, just stating facts. Our son did not go. His daughter, I found out later. I think my husband said I had been told, but I don't remember. Granddaughter had a dance recital, ballet recital, and so they were already booked. So, but yeah, I did not know. But anyway, we will see pictures later. Granny turned 88 yesterday, so we went. Daryl's sister and her husband went, and we had a good time. Granny had a good day. The repeat stories were not as much as usual. There were a couple times she asked why everybody was there. And there was once when we told her, she asked what month it was, and we said December. And she goes, you know, I was born in December on the 9th. And we're going, we know. We're here for your birthday today. And she goes, really? And we sang happy birthday to her, and she clapped and hooted just like a little kid when we were done. So I was very glad that we had sung to her. But yeah, she really had an up day. So we were so excited that that we had taken the time to make her day special, because not all days are always up days when you're with someone that has dementia. So again, very, very excited about all that. So that's how our day was yesterday. So today was church and just kind of chilling out. The Cowboys are playing tonight, so hubby's in there watching the TV. I'll be in there later, but I don't have to see the whole game. I'm fine. So, alrighty. So once I've gone around everything a little bit, I'm going to move on to another color. This is teal, number 36. Okay. Now I'm going to come in the very corners, and then I'm going to pan out. Very corners. Pan it out. Just get lighter and lighter as you come out. And then anywhere where there's areas like this that are way up in there, put some of that darker color in there. You want the depth. That's part of the reason we do this, is to get depth in our pictures. Can you do it all one color and say it's one and done? Yes, not even a problem. I'm just showing you how I do it, how I like to do things. Your book, your choice. I just like adding the extra amount of color for a bit of depth. And see, it just makes the whole thing a little more interesting. Now, you can't tell as much on this one when we're up close. And then right through here, those little background areas. But I'm going to zoom back out here just for this so that you can see. See how it does make a difference? Now, the difference in this one is not as vivid as this one, but you could keep working on this even more. You know, you could have some of these colors come out even more if you wanted to. All right. Okay, let's move on to another one. Let's go right here to this blue. All right, now in this one, yes, I did stand back up. It's not good for my back, but I color better when I can see better. Denim, 46. Okay, so again, any color, and I'm not pressing real hard on this. I mean, I'm just barely stroking. I'm not doing this. I'm just barely stroking. All right, so just get that stroked in there. It'll take a bit. So what's everybody doing for Christmas? Are you traveling? Are you staying home? Are people traveling to you? My sister, her 4 kids, and then their kids, which is another 7, and then our son, his wife, and Evie, and then Sarah, and then Sarah's bestie, Nikki, who calls us Mom and Dad, and her husband and their baby should all be here. So that's if nobody gets sick or anything. So I am going to start. I've invited my sister for Thursday. We'll see if she makes it. She's having cataract surgery at some point. She just had foot surgery again. And so I just don't know how she'll be feeling. So anyway, we're going to make cookies. And I'm going to make them, instead of circle or cutout shapes, I am going to do long rectangles. I think they're called stick cookies. So anyway, they're long rectangles, and they're like, I want to say 1 inch by 3 inch. I don't remember. There's a group on Facebook with them. And you just make the cookies. You do a cookie that doesn't spread and rise out all over the place. And I am going to try my hand at making a chai cookie. Chai flavored. So it's got like nutmeg and cloves and all those different spices. Yeah, I've got them all now. So I got some from my daughter, and then I bought some, and then I gave her some of what I bought, and we just shared all around. But and I'll clean that up with an eraser later. So I'm going to make these cookies, and what you do then is decorate each one with a design. So like it's going to be in a rectangle. You could do a snowman. It's going to be a squared snowman. Just add the scarf, the coal for the buttons down the front, and then his hat on the top. So they're very basic, but you get to play with that icing and the way the icing flows and all that. So I'm excited to try my hand at that. I've not made decorated cookies in quite a while, so I'm excited for that. Okay, my next color is going to be indigo, number 48. Now, I could still go through here and do some darker, get it more solid like this, and I probably will, but I want to move on so that you can see what I'm doing here. I just take the indigo and again fade it. Just let it fade out. Just do those areas that are really pocketed back there. You know what? This is going to end up looking like that one, and I don't want it to. So what can I do at this point? What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the bottom half, I think, in this color. So I'm going to go ahead and put pressure, because remember, I don't want to split any of these in the same direction. This one's kind of in half, so maybe this one will be going this way. Maybe that's what I had thought about doing already, and I've already just gotten sidetracked. So we'll do this. This will be fine. And there's enough tooth in the paper on this book that I can go over the top, and there's still lots of room for it to accept more color. So this is good. This is good. Shows you how when you start with one color and then you change your mind, how you can change it over to something else. Why not, right? So, and do neater than I am. I'm just trying to get it done so that you can see what I'm talking about. And then I'll get lighter as I come up. And I'll do some of this over here. Yeah, I'm going to have some cleaning up to do. I'm not too worried about it because blue is in green. So I know that the green will cover up that area. Okay, so I've got the darker shade there and the lighter shade here. Again, you can't tell as much when you're up on top of it. You can tell a little more there. I could also just go over this part with white and blend it into that, but I'm not going to. And if this one ends up looking a little bit more like one shade, I'm kind of okay with that too, because my main purpose was to make each one different. There we go, blending that line out. And then again, still come in here and add more of this. You can add another layer. It's fine. If I want that darker, I can come in and make it darker. Okay. It's not finished until you stop working on it. So trust me, I will keep working on this until it shows up as two different colors, but yet blended. All right, now I am going to grab, because I have it laying over here, my black. It's number 65. Now, very, very light. Okay, instead of holding it here, I'm going to hold it way back here so that I cannot put much pressure on it at all. Not much pressure at all on this pencil. But I am coming in here and adding a layer. I want you to be able to see how it is darker. And then it fades out. And then if you take and you go back over it with your blue, it knocks that black. Okay, my dark blue, the indigo. That way you're seeing the blue here instead of the black. Because the blue is the last thing going on, it's what you'll see. Does it look like a blackish blue? Yeah, because I did deepen that. And again, if you wanted to, now I changed over to my first one, if you wanted to, you could actually use even a lighter blue than what I used. And then that way it would show even more the different colors. I'm not as happy with this blue, but you can tell now that this is darker and this area is lighter. As I go through here, it's just blending that even more. Like I said, I'll work with it. I'll keep working with it. And you'll see this page completed when I flip through to do something else one day. See, just going over that. Okay, now let's go on to the next one, because that one I could keep working on for a while. So this one, I started with Orchid, number 57. And I just went through and got my orchid on there. Just really light, light touch. And then I went a little deeper in these little V areas. Okay, right in there. Okay, then my next color, I am going to come in with Raspberry, number 58. Now, you're still going light, but I want to be able to control it, so that's why I'm holding it further down. So as you're coming out, get that lighter and lighter touch. Lighter and lighter. So that by the time you're overlapping, you really can't see where one color started and the other one stopped. When you're up against the side here, you can go ahead and go darker. But as you come out, you're going to get lighter. And then you can put another layer on it, get rid of some more of that white. Just make sure you're getting lighter as you're coming out. And you can do this again with any colors. This is the same technique we've used on overlapping in all the other sections here. It's just each time when you change colors, different colors have different amounts of pigment and softness. My alarm just went off saying our time is up. Different amounts of pigment and softness, so they look different. Now my other color is 52. It's purple. I just want to show you how I'm doing this one. 3 different colors blending into the middle one. Okay, so I'm overlapping here, getting lighter where I overlap. Darker in that V. I'm overlapping there. Yes, I'm trying to finish. Then I'm going to go back and pick up the pencil that I started with. Yes, I've got to clean those leaves up. That's what I get for rushing. Okay, let's stop rushing. Let's go back. Let's pick up that very first color. Remember, orchid? And we're going to go over all this again. And this is going to help us blend. See how we're blending from one color to the next. I'm adding down more pencil, more color, instead of using a blender and just scooting around what's on the page. See how those blended? Right through there. Same thing over here. I'm going to add more and do some blending. I seldom ever, as soon as I say this, it's going to be wrong, but I do like to leave a little bit of tooth showing so I can come back and blend. That's why I'll put a light layer on so many times and then come back and blend those colors. Okay, so you can see now how we went from the berry color at the top to the orchid down to the purple. And we've got very distinct colors. And we need to go ahead and call it a session. But there we go. Okay, so let me know if you do this page, what colors do you end up using? What colors do you like to mix together? I love mixing purples and pinks. I really do. I do it a lot of times when I'm doing a some sort of a fantasy page. But anyway, all right, come back next time. We're going to be doing another special page in this book. Yeah. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.